Steph, I don't want to start with anything hugely tricky to answer, but just knowing that there's still fluctuation in this roster, knowing that we don't know when or if Jonathan is going to be coming in, just what's the mentality?
So that's the main question.
So like, hey, here's how we have to deal with this right now, or is it so natural that you have to have those discussions amongst yourselves?
No, we talk about it for sure. As leaders on the team, you got to acknowledge what's going on. That don't make it more than what it is, other than a team trying to figure out the situation that's in front of us and the challenge that's in front of us. Knowing JK's situation, knowing the new faces that we're adding to the roster, like we talk about it every year going into a training camp of what it's going to take for that particular team to win. This is a little different just because you have a guy that's trying to figure out his situation, and we respect that process, and it's going to play out. And when he's here, ready to work, like we expect him to be locked in on doing what he needs to do to help us win. So
gotcha.
All those things you acknowledge, and you look forward to doing what we do as players and going out there and hooping. Like that's what it always boils down to, no matter how you get there.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
What's up, Nick? How you
doing? Good. When you have talked to Jonathan recently, what's the message you're trying to get across to him?
Are we just gonna ask Steph, Jonathan Kuminga questions, bro? You ain't gonna ask him about the season expectations and stuff like that. Y'all just go straight for the freaking drama. That's one thing I hate about NBA reporters, bro. They go straight for the drama, bro. I know that y'all doing y'all job. I know it's probably what gets y'all paid is the drama first, but man, find a way to ease into it first. Y'all coming out the gate. You're Jonathan. Have you talked to Jonathan? Jonathan Kuminga. Like, bro. This is Steph. Like, bro, calm the freak down. Ask him better questions. Maybe ask around that question, and then ask that question last or in the middle of something. Y'all coming straight out the gate. Kuminga. When the man on the podium is Steph Curry. Stop doing that, bruh. Dang, bruh. Boy, NBA reporters, y'all be really making me, I wouldn't say rageful, but it's like, bro, you know what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the NBA players can't call you out on it because they'll get fined, but I can.
Negotiations are hard. We all know that. The idea of everybody's situation is a little different. Everybody can come up with whatever narrative they want to. It's
right.
That's how business kind of goes. Some things are pretty straightforward, some things aren't.
Yeah.
This is definitely in the aren't conversation or category. But when he comes and he's here, he should be a professional and do exactly what he expects to do and
simple.
Take advantage of his opportunities to help us win.
Simple.
Like everybody who's in the locker room, that's what you're committed to doing. So I don't have any concerns that he'll approach it that way, and that's what we expect.
Like, bro, like whether Jonathan Kuminga stays or he leaves, bro, y'all make it more big of a deal than what it actually is. It's drama. It's like you trying to figure out what's about to happen for sure. But at the end of the day, can we talk about something else? Is there something else that y'all could like ask besides the obvious? You know what I'm saying? Like we know this stuff going on. So let's just ask some different questions to kind of just, spice it up a little bit. Why we gotta just go towards that? We all know what's going on with that. Trying to figure it out. Let's move on to something else. Let's move on to something that we actually have figured out. Al Horford. Let's talk about Al Horford. We just signed him. How you feel about Al Horford, Steph? You could have asked that before you asked about Jonathan Kuminga. Oh my gosh, bruh.
Steph, you're approaching a decade since your unanimous MVP season. And
crazy.
You're still playing at a very high level.
He said,
How
damn.
Have you been able to evolve your game to sustain that production?
Just
sheesh.
The work you put in, the love of the game, being around great people in this organization, and still keeping winning as the priority.
Facts.
And I'm blessed to still hopefully be in that situation for a couple more years.
Facts.
Steph, how you doing?
I'm great, Ron. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. This is your 17th year. I think you've said many times 16 was the goal with
Thank you. Continue.
your dad. What's the significance of that to you? And kind of piggybacking on the previous question, how has your off-season conditioning evolved as you've gotten into your mid and now sort of late?
Thank you
30s?
guys.
I read something about it's more data-driven. How do you sort of change the way you prepare for seasons?
Good question.
The second question I asked first is because it's evolved based on trying to be more efficient with the work that you get in and more intentional about how each day is kind of designed on court, off court.
Yeah.
Probably the first decade was more on court than off court, and that's actually flipped now, where it's probably 60-40.
Gotcha.
Off court to on court percentage now, and even that is, you said, data driven on, heart rate stuff, foot strikes. I mean, how long you're on your feet, like all those type of things that help monitor the output that you have over summer, so that you're working smarter and coming into camp fresh, knowing that there's still a little bit of building to go. That's what training camp's for, but that I'm in pretty good shape where you're not putting your body through any type of unnecessary stress with that transition from off season to in season.
And I just want to say, Steph, the way that you're managing that as you get older to still figure out how to keep your body in NBA shape, bro, to you and LeBron, I ain't gonna lie, that's freaking amazing. That's freaking amazing, bro. Like, what, Bron about to be 41. Steph is, 38, 37, something like that, bro. To be able to keep your body in shape for that long is hard. It's extremely tough. That's why many guys just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why many guys, you rarely see that with older guys. Rarely see it. I'm not going to lie to you. Your body start to shut down, stuff like that. But like Steph said, it's about more so you start to figure out as you get older that when it comes to training in your body, it's going to have to take, I wouldn't say more time off the court, but you're definitely going to have to spend time outside the court to find like different ways and different angles to keep your body in shape. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just do basketball training. You can't just do like just pure basketball training in the gym in your late 30s. You got to find something different. You got to find different hobbies to keep your body in the realm of understanding. Okay, stay in shape and not don't break down on me right now. You got to. It's different. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not there yet in my life, but I would say that's something I've seen within LeBron and Steph. They keep themselves active. They doing different things. They do different things. They work out in different ways. You see Steph, he's running. He's running up hills. You see Bron, he's golfing. You know what I'm saying? Steph is golfing. They do other things to help them in different ways. And I know they got better ways of training and things like that, but I would just say, bro, to Steph and Bron, is absolutely amazing what y'all doing when it comes to keeping y'all bodies in shape due to how old that you guys are. No cap.
And that's been fun to kind of try to figure out on the fly.
And one unrelated question, Jimmy being here from the start of training camp, obviously a much different scenario than what happened last year. Obviously that helps you guys.
Shout out Jimmy.
Does it help? How significant can that be to have him right from the start?
I think first it helps him just as a human being, as a player, to have something that he knows, a situation he knows, based on how last year ended, how we do things, what he can help and continue to help us do at a high level, but then just have that clarity coming in where we can have the conversations that we were having, in a very short span after the trade last year, and it's the way we finished playing or our record towards the end of the year, it was fun for all of us. So to kind of carry that momentum into a training camp, I think he's talked about just how happy he is to be in a space where he can just play basketball and there's not any noise around him.
And mind you, Golden State would have beat Minnesota in that playoff run if Steph Curry didn't get hurt. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna keep saying that. Get mad at me. I don't care. Challenge me. You can say what you want in the comments. If Steph Curry did not get hurt, the Warriors was probably about to sweep Minnesota. Sweep! I'm sorry. My bad.
I think that's refreshing for him, and then that should carry over to our prep as a team.
Are you comfortable with how the roster, I guess I'll say, is going to look? And
I feel like either way, the roster's fine.
I think with this last little piece that needs to settle, I think I'm extremely happy with a different look. You know, we're just trying to carry the momentum that we had from last year. I understand getting through an 82-game season is the challenge for every team, but especially a veteran team. But the way that we finished and the record that we had, and obviously before I got hurt during the second round, like we were a relevant threat, and I think we've gotten better.
Yeah.
It's tough to lose Loon, like that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Knowing what he meant to our franchise, but we have a lot of pieces that are going to have an opportunity to take that next step, and like every NBA season. I said the same thing last year, probably at the podium right here. We started 12-3, and then all hell broke loose for a good couple months. So, you can only do what you can to control just your mentality going into the year. And I think it's really optimistic and positive around here, and that's how it should be.
Facts.
I know you mentioned, once Kuminga gets here, you expect him to be kind of locked in. This has obviously already been a big offseason distraction. There's almost an inevitability it's going to bleed into once he gets back. How concerned are you just, about the overall distraction of the situation?
Okay. I don't like how y'all treating Kuminga as if he's an all-star yet. I don't like how y'all are treating Jonathan Kuminga like it's okay. It's a big deal. He could be a very crucial piece to our team. He definitely can. But I don't like this speculation as if y'all treating him like he's an all-star and he's not yet. He's a huge piece on a championship team. Huge piece. Like, I feel like if we keep Kuminga, that just makes us even more dominant. But I feel like if we don't have Kuminga, I think we're still a championship team. So I wouldn't even say it's much of a distraction. I feel like what makes it a distraction is you reporters keep asking about it. Honestly. Honestly.
I don't frame it like that. I think
Come on.
he's going to get asked questions. To your point, you're asking questions. Everybody's going to ask questions about it. But what happens when...
Even Steph getting frustrated with these questions, bro. Come on now.
When us players talk, that's going to be the make or break of how we kind of move into the year with the right frame of mind. So the good news is you've been around long enough. Me, Draymond, Jimmy, we've all been around long enough to know how to separate the business of it to the basketball of it.
Exactly.
And those are two totally different areas. So our job is to focus on the basketball part and not let it become something that, gets in the way of how we approach every day.
Facts.
With that said, how unique of an offseason has this been? Like, just that whole situation. I'm sure you've been through many teammates trying to get paid, but I don't think we've ever been in anything like this. Does this feel like a unique situation?
I think everything we do around here is unique.
Very much so. Thank you, Steph.
For sure. So it kind of adds.
Thank you. Y'all in the NBA. That's unique in itself. Like, boy, y'all reporters, bro. Y'all try to do anything to get a smidge of somebody saying something in a way that y'all think is rhetorical in a different way so y'all can just run with it. Stop it. Y'all not going to do it with Steph Curry. Leave my GOAT alone. Leave him alone. All right? You answered your questions, not just let it be. He said he know how to separate business from basketball. Kuminga's situation right now is business. Steph don't want to hear nothing about business right now because he's worried about basketball, as he just said.
To that journey, us being realistically championship relevant for this long is unique.
Come on now.
Talk!
Come on!
That for as long as we have.
That's why I freaking love Steph.
JK's situation is unique. Me being in my position where I'm at in my stage of my career is unique.
Come on.
deal is just it's you got to take the good with the chaos as well.
Exactly. You gotta look at the bright side instead of paying attention to the freaking negatives. That's all you reporters do. Y'all worry about the negatives more so the positives. Steph is in his 17th career. Golden State is still in a position to be a championship level team after all these years. Look at what they have accomplished. 4 championships. Steph 2 MVPs. Let's bring out the positives more. And this is why, and stuff like this, bro, is why people focus on the negatives, not even with reporters, but just in the world in general, because the negative is what's more entertaining, I guess. And it's like people will spew out as much negativity as they can to the point where the positivity gets blocked off. No, let's show more appreciation towards the good that has happened, and just show love. Sometimes it's hard to show love. It's that hard to show love, huh? Crucial.
Because it is kind of unprecedented. So keeps me going because it keeps everything, kind of front and center on trying to, again, focus on winning. Like, we've done a really good job of that over the years, and
Facts.
want to keep doing it.
Some of us have talked a lot about like the age of the top guys. Mostly Nick Friedel brings it up, but especially with how last year ended, how cognizant or worried are you about you guys having to play a really heavy load to get to the postseason and then do the postseason thing? Is this something that you have to manage or pay attention to, considering you guys are Nick Friedel's age?
You gotta pay attention to it for sure. Acknowledge what makes your team, what character it has to obviously play. Have the expectation that we're gonna be capable of beating everybody and anybody on any given night. But to your point, the endurance of 82. I think last year the biggest thing was we don't want to be in a position where you're chasing down the stretch of the season. Like,
Right.
if you could all be in control of that, where the last 2 months, even though we had a great record, it felt like every game was a playoff game for 2 straight months, and then you transition into a very tough 7-game series, and then you're 48 hours from a round 2, game 1. Like,
Yeah.
it was a very condensed, high level of basketball.
That's why I was hoping that the Warriors could have closed out the Rockets in 5 games, but just wanted to prolong it, and the Warriors did win in 7. But look what happened in game 1. Steph got hurt first quarter, bro. So it's all about how much rest you can get after you have made yourself able to be in a position to be in the playoffs. That'll be all for this reaction video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Actually, y'all subscribe, like if you are new, join this journey with me. Y'all be good. Peace out. Love.